Aaron.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say it the first time I said Aaron?
Because it's pronounced Aaron?
You done messed up, Aaron!
Hi, everyone. Oh, this is your mic too. Me and Isabella are here. My name is Jenna Miscavige. My uncle is a leader of Scientology, and I escaped when I was 22. And this is my beautiful friend, Isabella. She was born and raised in Scientology. How long ago did you leave?
2020, I believe.
Okay, good. She has actually an interview on Aaron's channel. You guys should check it out. I watched it recently, and I was just like amazed by the whole story. It was so crazy to hear that Scientology is doing all of the same things still. And I personally believe that Isabella is really special to the anti-Scientology movement because she speaks really well. She has a TikTok. What's the name of your TikTok? Wait, let's see if we can hear you.
Girly suppressive things on TikTok.
Yeah, she gives such good information on there. She speaks so well. The stories, unfortunately, are heartbreaking, but I feel like other young people out there will see her TikTok and like I just feel like they'll be able to relate to her because she's young and beautiful and smart. And so
I love you.
I love you too. So I'm really excited to be here.
My big sister Jenna.
Yeah. She comes out to the protests with us sometimes. And so we thought it would be fun because we're on TikTok to react to some of Scientology's TikToks because they're so ridiculous and they're such liars and it's borderline hilarious. So as you guys know, we're covering here for Aaron today because he's in jail on some bogus misdemeanor charges that he picked up protesting Scientology. And so we're all filling in as a community and we're so grateful that you're here. And I'm a little rusty on pushing the buttons, so I'm sure I'll get it wrong. I want to share the screen, and so please bear with me. I got to like reach over this to do it. But okay, so we're going to start out with the first TikTok. We'll play that, and then me and Isabella will come back and react to it. Okay, I'm going to make sure I push the right button here.
Yeah, second last.
Okay. Here we go.
I chose how to achieve self-confidence. I've never felt like I'm lacking in confidence, but you can never have too much.
Okay. I just want to comment on that. I mean, this guy is hilarious. We can go back and forth, but it's like, I think he has too much.
He was like an undercover Scientologist making this video.
Yeah.
Like it didn't, and he's like a TikTok influencer and he has like a lot of followers and stuff. And then he's just like sprinkles in like, oh, I tried the Scientology course. Like
he's trying to be low key, but he's not fooling anyone.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll just actually play the whole thing through though. Oh wait. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Here it is.
I'm a great believer in that. Confidence is a good thing, but there is a fine line between confidence and arrogance. So be careful. Tread with caution. Anyway, did the how to achieve self-confidence one. And I tell you what, I learned a lot. And considering in my head, I was going into some sort of brainwashed cult of people, because that's all I'd heard. You see these documentaries on telly, you see people giving their two penneth about Scientology, and actually, they know nothing. They've not interacted with Scientology, they don't learn the tenets of Scientology. It's just a load of old codswallop, what people say about things. Why are they so inclined to give their opinion on different subjects when they haven't done their research? It just doesn't make sense to me, quite frankly. And it's a shame because then it's like Chinese whispers. Everyone then goes on to believe it is a cult, when actually they just want me to feel a bit more confident. Is that such a crime in the 21st century?
Okay, I don't know. Like, to me, this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Immediately when I seen that video, I sent it straight to Jenna. I was like, you need to watch this. Like, I can't make it up.
I know. Codswallop.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not making fun of British people. George Massey is
My dad's from England, so I could do a British accent.
Okay.
That's why I'm so pale. Because my dad has the blonde hair, blue eyes.
Okay. I just think it's so funny that this dude is so confident and the faces even that he makes. And then that he's saying like, people don't know about it. It's crazy. Like when me and Isabella watch these things, like Scientology coordinates all of their TikToks and they all like are like people who don't know about, the only reason people don't like Scientology is because they don't know about it.
Yeah.
We know about it. So yeah, that guy's full of it. Okay, so wait, do you
Oh,
want to say
yeah.
anything?
So-
I want to show
yeah.
the. Do you
Yeah,
want to
no.
introduce it?
Oh yeah. So
Okay.
like a day or two later after Jenna and I watched that video, there was this whole controversy that came out with this guy
Yeah.
on Big Brother of
Yeah.
him saying some really bad things. And I'm like, that is so Scientology coded. So we're gonna show you guys like the little clip of it of like what he said on Big Brother that got him kicked out, which is like a reality TV show.
Yeah, I actually really like Big Brother.
I've never seen it.
watched
I've just
many
seen
seasons.
clips.
It's kind of trashy, but it's kind of fun. Like it's like a psychological experiment, and so I can only imagine what it would be like having a Scientologist in there.
Oh, for
Especially
sure.
this dude. I
Yeah,
mean,
and
this
he
guy.
got kicked off the show. So it's like he had to say these things to get kicked off the show, which usually they don't really care about what you say. So like this was bad.
Yes, exactly. Okay, let me play this.
Repeatedly using Big Brother news. George has been booted out of the Big Brother house after repeatedly using unacceptable language towards other housemates.
Your language and behaviour was unacceptable.
ITV says the controversial housemate had already been given several warnings for unacceptable language, most of which couldn't be broadcast. He'll appear in tonight's episode, but the comments that led to his removal won't be aired as they're contrary to broadcast standards. It comes just a day after Caroline's transphobic comments towards Zila.
She's a girl! No, you're not.
Which were aired on the show, which might give an indication of just how bad ITV perceived George's comments to be.
Okay, all right. Okay, wait, sorry guys. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean,
I was
just-
reading all the comments. Everyone was like bashing the George guy. 'Cause
Yeah,
He's like, I'm the superior race. Like that's essentially what he said. And I was just like, okay, dude, like you're a ginger.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Like
and
you're a
in
dorky ginger.
Scientology, don't you think that they in Scientology they genuinely think that they're superior to everyone?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
it's like I feel like one of the hallmarks of Scientologists and even ex-Scientologists sometimes who just get out or who are just leaving, even when they still believe in Scientology, it's like you can see the arrogance from. I don't mean ex-Scientologists, but I mean sometimes people who are just leaving Scientology. Like you can just see this arrogance where people think that they're better than other people, and I think it's such a turnoff for people who are part of a church.
Yeah.
I mean, how much trouble do you think George got in for this?
Oh, probably a lot. I mean, I'm surprised he has like a bunch of followers because I've never heard of him before until like I always have like Scientology videos like popping up on my TikTok. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like, who's this guy? There's like some Scientology propaganda, So,
yeah.
and I feel like it's like a touchy subject, but I feel like Scientologists are very racist. Like my
Mhm.
family was racist and a lot of
Mm.
other staff members were. And I don't think like it's talked about enough.
Mhm.
But like Scientologists think like they're superior to everything and everyone. It's like
Mm.
insane.
I think that would actually be a really good TikTok to make. There's a gal who's been commenting on my TikTok for weeks now. She's like, I really like your video, Jenna. Now we need your video about Scientology and racism. And you should totally do
Yeah,
that.
it's like
I'll respond to
we
your-
should have reacted to the one TikTok of the guy from Minnesota. He did the whole TikTok with the black guy and he was like, "Oh, there is black people in Scientology," because like everyone was like, "Oh,
That's
you guys are
right.
racist."
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of a weird thing to post on TikTok.
Yeah, it's tokenism. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that one too. I almost included it here, but
We'll have to do the
we
next
have
one.
exactly. We have too many. Okay, I was gonna say one more thing about it, but I totally forget because I'm nervous. Can you guys hear us both? Can you guys hear Isabella?
Oh yeah, am I not speaking?
George,
Close
can you
enough.
hear? Okay, good. Okay, good.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, good. Now I'm gonna share the next one. Is this the right one? Okay, yes, yeah.
That was funny.
Oh no, you're perfect. George Massey is wonderful. He's an angel. We love George Massey. Okay, here's the next one.
Hey,
What's going on?
I heard that Scientology can read me.
Like a book. Speaking of, got this book here, Science of Survival. It's not to be understated. This is one of the most important books in dynamics and Scientology. If you understand this book, then you understand people. You can predict their behavior, okay? A lot of people are like, ooh, Scientology can read my mind, right? Almost. It's because we know this book, Okay, so you should check it out. I use this in my comments all the time.
I can't with that guy.
I can't with him either. I mean, the over like arrogance and all of like, I feel like it's
Yeah.
really a hallmark.
Yeah.
And this guy tries to be like so relatable, and he's like, "Hey, I'm here today
He's like
talking
the
about
mean
this."
cool kid. Like there was always that cool group in Scientology, like the rich cool kids.
Yeah.
And they always like act like they're better than every other staff member because they have like mommy and daddy's money to back them up. But I feel like he's like the gym bro of Scientology. He's like, yeah, you should read this book. Like this is so important. I'm like, dude, no one's falling for it. And even the comments of him like responding to people, it's like
He's
really
so
cringe.
arrogant.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a dick.
No, yeah, for sure. Like he's very like joking and degrading, you know?
Yeah.
Like he should be in trouble at ethics for that. Like they
I
always
know.
like
But
if
guess
you make
what?
any
Rich people
jokes-
don't go to ethics. If you're
Yeah,
rich enough,
that's
no,
true.
I mean, they do,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
not the same. And as we know, Aaron's done a video on this guy.
Yeah.
He has like a rich dentist father,
Oh.
him and his brother. It's not worth going back to Scientology for, Isabella.
No, everyone's like, he's so hot. I'm like, I don't
No,
see it.
I don't
Like,
think he is either.
You have to have a personality. I don't date cult members anymore. So
Yeah. And it's just because he's young. But you're young
Yeah.
too, so I feel like
Yeah.
he's not as hot to you. But if
I
you're
just
old-
can't stand like the gym bro like vibes. Like I'm just like I can't. I don't know.
Totally, yeah. And
Yeah.
he's like a buck.
Yeah.
And Scientology read
When I
people
worked
like
at
a buck.
Postcard Mania, like I remember my senior was like, you have to read The Science of Survival or you can't get a promotion. And I was like, I don't want to read it. It's so long.
It's so
it's like so
long,
intense.
and it's so horrible, and it's so honestly just full of ununderstandable nonsense. And that was the book where it talks about people who are gay being covertly hostile,
Yeah.
meaning basically they're backstabbers. They'll stab you in the back. They're not good people.
One.
Exactly. Yeah. They have this whole emotional chart, and there's a certain level 1-1, and it's called covertly hostile. And I heard from somebody recently that they now change that so that gay people can be married in Scientology. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but the thing is, it's like, there's so many horrible stories of people being sent to reform programs. You know, in the Sea Org, there's the RPF where you have to wear all black. You have to run everywhere you go. You're not allowed to speak unless spoken to. People being signed to this program just for being gay. And I like how they think that they can just change their policies like whoopsie daisy, but no apologies to anybody whose lives they've completely ruined for that reason. I don't even know if it's true, but yeah, that's what this wonderful book is that he's recommending.
Wasn't L. Ron Hubbard's son gay? I read
I don't
something
actually
about that.
know.
I
Maybe
think that was like in the Aftermath show, or they like touched on it a little bit.
Okay. I have
Yeah.
not watched all of those episodes. I watched one recently that was really pertinent to the protesting, but I still need to watch all of them.
Yeah, I told Jenna, I was like, you could be gay in Scientology, you just have to have money. Because like
Yeah.
we regged to really nice gay gentlemen. They were really sweet, and they
That
had a lot
regimens
of
get money from.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
like for courses. Yeah.
yeah, and they got their clear packages, and then after a while they just disappeared. I think they realized it was like a scam, and then all the staff members were just like kissing their asses, and I'm like, wait, but don't you guys think these people are 1-1 though? But like, why are you kissing their ass? Like, why?
Totally. There's like this double standard if you're wealthy and if you are not, if you're just like a lowly nobody. I mean, sometimes me and Aaron would talk about how I viewed Scientology was like a game, basically like Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Like it's hierarchical and it's about power and it's about who's in favor. And I think that he saw it as like more who was productive and who had good, like whose statistics reflected their production. But from where I was standing, you know, I don't know if it's because we're at different levels, but
Yeah.
is that how it was for you or?
For sure. And I think a lot of people just justify it by saying like it's for the greatest good of like the whole group. So like they don't care if they're harassing people to get money from them or like kind of conning people because they know like at the end of the day, oh, it's for the greatest good for the church. Like whatever is going to help the church, like we have to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it does not make sense, but it makes sense with my experience too. Okay, let's play the next one. Let's see if I can get the buttons right. Okay, this is.
What about Scientology do you embrace?
I was introduced through it by Tom, and I'm a student of world religion. I was raised in a Baptist household. I went to a Catholic school, but the ideas of the Bible are 98% the same ideas of Scientology, 98% the same ideas of Hinduism and Buddhism.
Impassioned and serious, Will comes to the defense of his close friend Tom Cruise, whom some have criticized for his passionate stand on Scientology. And it seems like it makes you angry that people have attacked him because of what he believes.
When I sit and I talk with Tom Cruise, he is one of the greatest spirits that I've ever met. Someone who is committed to making the world better. If people knew, I get it. If you understand something, you have people who are attacking and want to fight and don't know nothing. How you gonna not know nothing about Scientology and attack somebody? It's dangerous and it's ignorant. How can I condemn someone for what they believe? And I believe that God was born from a pregnant virgin.
That was a whole lot to take in.
Yes,
honestly.
it was. I know sometimes like I want to pause it in the middle, but I'm too afraid of pushing the wrong button and
Yeah.
something will
No,
pop
that makes
up
sense.
on the wrong
I felt like that
screen.
was a threat at one point. He was like, that's a dangerous thing to do. And I'm like, I kind of took that as a threat a little bit.
I know. Well, and he's like, how can somebody like he's basically doing exactly what he's accusing other people of. He's like,
Yeah.
it's so ignorant to vilify something when you don't know anything about it. But it's like, but we do know something
Yeah.
about it, and you're acting like, the people who are speaking out about it don't.
Yeah.
And so it's just so hypocritical.
Maybe they have like blackmail on Will Smith. Maybe
Well,
he was at the Diddy parties or something.
Maybe.
And
I mean,
Scientology has the videotape. Because like that, I've never seen like Will Smith talk about Scientology like that.
this
He
is
sounds-
older, but
Yeah.
I have. But so when I was in Scientology in LA, when I was in the Sea Org, I worked at the HGB, that's the Hollywood Guarantee building right there on Hollywood. And right across from it, there was a Scientology like tutoring group. I forget what it was called, but Will Smith's kid was being tutored there. It was like an applied scholastics group.
Okay.
And it was called like Hollywood Education and Literacy Project. That's what it was called. HELP. That was the acronym they
Interesting.
used. Yeah. And his kid was definitely there all the time. And Will Smith and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, they started a school in LA
Oh,
that was an applied scholastic school that was based on
Yeah.
Scientology. And then I believe it eventually wound up being shut down because that was during the whole anonymous movement.
Yeah.
But during that time is when this happened, and Tom Cruise was trying to recruit Will Smith into Scientology, and they were believing in Scientology at the time. Now, to say that the ideas in Scientology are 98% the same as the
Bible?
Bible, like
That's
he
like
he made that up out of his ass.
No, he really did. No, it's like everyone when I was on staff, everyone would try to like trick people sorry, excuse me, trick people into like believing that like we believed in like God and Jesus and stuff like
Mhm.
that, which like Scientology, like I think I've even read something from like L. Ron Hubbard,
Mhm.
like that they didn't exist or something, or like we don't believe in it. It's just like what people want to believe. And I'm like, that's basically what Scientology is at the end of the day. It's like you're just believing something and you don't really have proof of anything. It's all like, it's literally a cult. So it's crazy how they try to like mix religion into it it's like to get clout with other people. They're
Just
like,
for
oh, we're
legitimacy.
open to other religions, but here, let me show you what Scientology is because it's better. Like it's like
Yeah.
like they're better than everyone.
Right. Yeah, totally. And they try to say that they believe in God. Like I saw many TikToks. They said, we believe in God. We just don't care which one you believe in. Well, that's not you believing in God.
Yeah.
Like, when people say, okay, your religion, what religion do you believe in? They believe that religion should have a God. And so, and it's also very misleading. By the way, I personally don't believe in God. So I'm not saying that people have to believe in God or anything like that, but they're saying that they do. And what's misleading is that they say we believe in God, but that's not true. Because in Scientology, if you said, I don't believe in God, that would be the most normal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, did you believe in God when you were in Scientology?
No.
I absolutely
But when I
did
worked
not.
in Div 6, sometimes there would be like those kids from other churches that would come in and they're like, "Oh, let me pray with you." And I remember a couple times when they would come in, I'm like, "Man, this like feels better than like being on staff right now." I'm like, "I like this. Like, let's pray." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, I like the vibe." Like the vibe was completely different, even though I'm not religious either, but that's just
Yeah, right.
cult trauma.
Yeah, it wasn't like scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess there was like once or twice when I had a meal with my great grandparents and they were like praying and I was I was kind of scared because it's like something very normal in the
Yeah.
world like that you grow up in, but I didn't have as much contact with the outside world as
Yeah.
you did. So I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to get in trouble for like squirreling, which is the dumbest, most ridiculous word, but it's a word in Scientology. If you like do other practices, basically any other practice, they call it squirreling. So they say when you're getting in that it's okay if you believe in other religions, but after the first like
Yeah, once they
couple
get you
cour-
hooked, they're like, yeah, this is Scientology's the end all. So like you have to
Exactly.
believe in it or at least make it number one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so full of it. But I get asked all the time, like, is Will Smith a Scientologist? I don't think he's a
so
Scientologist anymore, but he
Yeah.
definitely was at a time, and he's definitely been safe pointed by then. And I just have to say, him going on about how Tom Cruise is the greatest person in the world. Meanwhile, he's like completely alienated his child. He doesn't give two shits that Scientology is a child trafficking cult that literally has so many instances of covering up SA in schools. It's just insane. It's insane that Tom Cruise has managed to convince anybody that he's this great person. I believe he got an award. I think it's funny because I always take things more serious and Aaron always takes things like more funny and you're more funny like Aaron is. So it's good. And I
gotta like make light of everything,
I know.
Like
It's
dark
good.
humor.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. But yeah, so Tom Cruise just got like some big award in Hollywood. And I'm like, these Hollywood people, they're just like worship Harvey Weinstein. Now they
Yeah.
worship Tom Cruise. They know the allegations. They know about Scientology. They at least know what's being said and they just don't care. And that just grosses me out completely.
I feel like every super rich person or like Hollyweird is what they call it. I feel like they're all corrupt.
Yeah.
Like they're not good people. They're up there for a reason.
Yeah.
So
I guess at some level, and I guess it's not necessarily true in all cases, but
yeah,
some of them are willing to put other people down in order to get to where they're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't stand Tom Cruise. I don't understand. I don't watch any of his movies, except I realized that he was in Tropic Thunder. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that
he
was
looked
him.
differently.
Yeah, he looked different. So I guess
Yeah.
I have seen a Tom Cruise movie, but other than that, like I don't watch any of his other movies because
I don't
he's
either.
annoying.
I haven't even seen Tropic Thunder. I have
Really?
heard.
And he's in
that it's
Austin
funny.
Powers, but I grew up watching Austin Powers.
Oh, okay.
I
I
think
didn't
he's
even
in
know
Austin Powers.
No, I
in
don't-
one of them.
Okay, maybe. Okay. But
Like
it
a
is
side-
interesting because Tom Cruise has that same totally arrogant vibe that this dude from Minnesota has,
Yeah.
that George the Ginger has.
Yeah.
It's like the hallmark, and even quite frankly, Will Smith and his kids.
Yeah.
Like that egotistical, that egocentric part of Scientology, I think really, like if you're an actor, it just like really what's the word? Like it like pushes your ego, like it strokes your ego and it makes you feel like you're this all-powerful, wonderful being who's better than other people.
I feel like it turns you into like a narcissist, honestly.
Yeah, yes, and
It's
it
like,
gets rid of your
screw
empathy.
everyone else. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's such a good point.
Yeah.
By the way, I did have a random thought. I probably don't need to add it in here, but we were talking earlier about Scientology and racism.
Mhm.
And recently I've been looking into some of the past things that Scientology has done in Clearwater to sort of fair game, which just basically means like attack and get rid of any of their perceived enemies.
Mhm.
And I believe it was the mayor of Clearwater. His name was Gabe Cesaris. And the government found evidence that Scientology was framing him in a hit and run in order to get rid of him because he was sort of investigating them. And they found all these documents that had operations against him, like to get him fired, to get his wife to believe that he was cheating on her to ruin his
What?
life. And the names of the one to get him framed with a hit and run is called Operation Taco Less. So Gabe Cesares has Mexican heritage.
Mhm.
So they're literally naming this
What?
operation Get Rid of the Taco, basically. That's how they're
That's
referring to
so
him.
fucked up.
And it's like a church, and this is like government documented. And then another operation on him was called Operation Speedy Gonzalez. So
Dude, what?
it's so inappropriate. It's so
What?
insane.
That
Yeah.
is insane.
I'm going to be doing TikToks on this, but that's
Yeah.
just like, that's what they were doing back in the day to get rid of
Yeah.
the protesters. And it's so related to what's happening now with Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. Let's see.
Let's talk about Scientology and how I got into it. So I've been working here as a volunteer in Scientology for nearly 20 years, and I wanted to take a second and tell you a little bit about myself and my beliefs as a Scientologist. So I did not grow up in Scientology. The first time I'd heard the word Scientology, I was either 18, maybe 19 years old, and I had just moved to San Francisco to go to college. And I had a really, really hard time in college. I fell in with the wrong crowd. I was failing out. And I did a Scientology detox program. There's a program Scientology offers called the Purification Rundown. And it's a sauna program that really helps you overcome the harmful effects of drugs and toxins. And this program completely changed my life. So the whole religion is based on the idea that you are a spiritual being. And that's what I believe. I believe I'm a spiritual being, and I believe that everyone out there is a spiritual being. I'm happily married. I've been married for 13 years. I have 2 daughters. I have a 12-year-old and I have a 5-year-old that just started kindergarten. My family and these kids are my entire world. I love them to the ends of the earth. And in Scientology, we really believe in having a strong family unit. I believe, as a Scientologist and as a parent, that there's nothing more important than raising our children correctly and building a world that is free of war, drugs, and crime, where people can be ethical and tolerant, that our children can grow up in. I'm also an avid reader. I read everything from Tom Clancy, Stephen King to fantasy. If it has a dragon on it or it's a crime thriller, I will read it. And I take vacations. I love to go to Southern California. That's where my parents live. I was just there 3 weeks ago. I took the kids down on the beach and we went surfing. It was a great time. We have an anti-drug program where I pass out these booklets that educate kids on the truth about drugs. And I've been to several different football camps throughout the Bay Area, passing these out to young kids to stop them from using drugs before they ever get started. October is also my favorite month. That was the month my first daughter was born, and October in San Francisco is a magical time. I think the biggest core belief that resonates with me the most in Scientology is that people are basically good. There's a lot of philosophies that promote that people are basically evil, and I don't believe that. And as a Scientologist, I believe that people are basically good.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't actually watch that whole one
That one
before
was
we
like
did it.
really long.
I just saw the beginning. We watched the beginning and we were like, "Whoa, he's 40." We thought he was younger. Yeah.
I didn't think that he was like in his 40s or.
No, and then he was like, "I didn't grow up in Scientology," and it was like, "Bro, why?"
If you were doing the Purif, that makes me think his family is in Scientology, because how would a fresh college student have the money to do a purification rundown? That's $2,500.
Yeah, I guess I feel like he might not be in Scientology because he was going to college, to be honest.
Well, not all. I will say there is some Scientology parents that want their kids to go to college, but not a lot of them.
Yeah. I guess it's pretty rare. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm like, how could you go to college and have access to the outside world and then still join Scientology, knowing all of that and of your free will? But that
was before social media, right? 20 years ago. I guess that was like MySpace.
It was
days,
kind of
maybe?
That's when I left Scientology. Yes, MySpace.
Okay.
Yes, that's the first thing I went on when
Yeah.
I came out of Scientology. And yeah, I guess it's true that it wasn't as widespread how bad Scientology was at that time. Like that was sort of around the time, like Anonymous came right after that, where and I feel like they sort of made it more difficult for Scientology to get things taken down on the internet. Yeah, but I find it completely sad that basically now his wife and kids are in Scientology, And so it's just starting another generation in Scientology. And he's saying that he puts his wife and family first and his kids, but unless he's independently wealthy, that is literally impossible if you're on staff. I mean, they even ask questions in the TikTok saying like, do you get paid? And they're like, not really. Like, staff are supposed to get paid per Scientology policy, and they don't, because no one new comes onto services, and everybody knows Scientology is a cult. And so if he's able to support his family in any way, it's because he's independently wealthy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He probably came from wealth, or he's just straight up lying. There's like no other indication. But I also feel like what he said with the family, it's like, oh, Scientology is all about family. I'm like,
guess what, guys?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Isabella's mom basically disconnected from her because she left Scientology.
Yeah.
And that's literally how
my
it is
grandpa,
right now.
my uncles, and my mom disconnected from me. So Scientology is not about family. They're not willing to work it out unless you are just gonna kiss Scientology's ass, basically, and do whatever they want you to do. So
exactly.
It's like all about control. So
absolutely, yeah. And many of you guys know my story. I was separated from my family completely from when I was 12 until I was 22 and I left. I only saw my parents like a handful of times, like maybe 3 or 4 times. And Scientology, I actually get pissed off when I hear him say that Scientology cares about family. Like, it's such a disgusting lie. Like, you know, Aaron's not here right now, but they forced Aaron to disconnect from his twin brother, who then later died, because he was also disconnected from Aaron's mom. So they didn't grow up with a dad in the house. So basically they forced Aaron's mom to disconnect from his brother. And so he's just this young guy out alone in the world on his own.
That's terrible to lose a twin too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they have a special, like twins have like really special bonds.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the worst.
And by the way, Aaron's brother was statutorily raped by a much older woman when he was a minor.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he doesn't like talking about it, but, and, you know, on Heather's side, her parents disconnected from Aaron's kids, and from Heather, her dad died before he even spoke to her again, all because Aaron wouldn't disconnect from his mom. And so Scientology does not give a shit about families. It is such a disgusting lie. And it's not just that it's a lie, it's a spit in the face to the people whose families they've destroyed.
Yeah.
It's literally a continuation of the abuse and gaslighting, because it really actually, I know we laugh about it, but it actually hurts to hear that.
Yeah.
I hope you tell me if you don't. Well, I guess, but like you and I were talking recently about the holidays.
Yeah, it's always harder like around the holidays, because even like since my grandma's passing, we don't have that like unity anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had conversations with other family members. Like if my grandma was still alive, no one would be disconnecting from anyone, because my grandma was like the rock of the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also Scientology, I mean, they do celebrate holidays, but they really kind of don't care as much, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But my grandma always like had the glue pretty tight with the whole family. But
Yeah.
even what he said, like about, oh, I just went on vacation and like traveled with my family. At that point, that just kind of discredits his whole video, because
Mhm.
there's no way you're a staff member and you're allowed to go on vacation. That's unheard of. Like even executives weren't allowed to take time off. Like you have to get a CSW, like completed staff work.
Right. You have to get it where people replace you on your job.
Yeah, you have to
get it.
pay for them to replace you as well.
So okay. I had it because I was in the
Sea Org, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Staff members, you have to pay out of pocket.
I didn't even know that.
You're not even making a lot of money. Let's just say you're making like $200 a week, and then you got to pay someone like $50
But this dude is
$100.
independently wealthy.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I think he probably did go on vacation. It's probably his only vacation, but then it's like you can't pay for vacation as a staff member.
Yeah,
Sorry
no, for
to say.
sure.
And pay for people to cover you.
Yeah.
That's
but he's
crazy.
acting like it's a normal job where he just like clock in and clock out, and he could just take time off for like the holidays. Like that's not
Right.
realistic in Scientology. Like you don't take vacations.
No, exactly.
And
yeah.
if you do, it's on the free ones. That's your vacation.
Yeah,
Is going on the
team
free
week. Yeah, yeah. That's
which is also a
Scientology's-
lot of money too.
Yeah, totally. The Free Winds is Scientology's cruise ship, if any of you don't know, where they deliver their highest levels. But, you know, when I was in Scientology until I was 22, I only ever took one vacation with my parents. And I believe that we were only allowed to take that vacation because my uncle Dave, the leader of Scientology, was also on that vacation. Otherwise, it never would have been approved. And it was for a week. And it was like, because it was my great grandparents' like wedding anniversary. And that's the only time I ever did.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, did he say anything else? He kind of went on a really long roll about
it was
his
kinda,
favorite month is October. Okay.
I think he was trying to be relatable. I think
Yeah.
Scientology wrote a policy on how to make TikToks, and they're like, be relatable, say everything's a lie, say how cool Scientology is, the end. Like they probably just are doing bullet points of like what to say in these TikTok videos.
Yeah.
Because they're all very similar.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like
totally.
the same message, you know?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. So he mentioned the purification rundown.
Oh, yeah.
How old were you when you did that?
14, my first one.
Okay.
And I never realized like how intense it is. Like you're
Yeah.
basically, that's why when I go to the gym and my friends are like, oh, I'm gonna go in the sauna. I'm like, no,
thank
no
you.
sauna.
So you have to be in the sauna for 5 hours per day.
Yeah.
On the Pure F. You're allowed to like walk out and take breaks maybe every 30 minutes, but
you take so many vitamins, you almost gag.
Like a handful. Like
Yeah.
I tried to hide my vitamins at the boarding school I was at, and then someone found the whole stash of vitamins, and I was in big trouble.
No, it's terrible. I'm pretty sure I did 3 Pure Fs.
I did 3 as well,
dude.
but I didn't take any drugs. You probably did.
No, well, I took my first Pure F when I was 14.
Mine was when I was 9. And it was with Mitch Brisker. If you know, you know.
Wait.
He was on the Pure F with me.
No, there was like a 9-year-old on the Pure F with me as well. But that was when I was like 19 when I did my last one. But
okay.
I had, when I was on a sec check, I was like at a vape shop or whatever. I got when legal lean or whatever, like some cough syrup shit. And they're like, you need to do your Pure F all over again. I'm like, it's like, okay. Or even and it's also the thing with like the drinking, like Scientologists, they drink every single weekend.
Not me. I never once drank in Scientology. I would have been sent to the rehabilitation project first.
Yeah,
I was in the Sea Org.
Yeah, they drink this is like staff members, so like you know the day shifts, night shifts. But I just remember like so many staff members would go clubbing and like drink, but then obviously like marijuana is frowned upon, so it's like everything else is frowned upon, but drinking you can't do, or you can do it. And I think drinking's worse, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because like then it becomes, I believe if you're drinking every single week, like you have an issue. Like you need to like chill a little bit. So every single week, then it becomes.
So did they
like,
all have to redo their Pure Fs?
No.
When they did that? Oh, okay.
No, that's the point.
I see.
But it's like if you smoke or do anything else, like yeah, they'll say you have to do another Pure F. But I think it's like a tactic to get more money from the church, like for the church.
Yeah.
Because they're like, they'll just, you know, pick out, oh, you broke your arm and you had to you know, take pain meds, you got to do your Pure F again, like over like little things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. That's a really good point. I got myself onto my second Pure F when I was like 14 years old, and it was because I heard that my brother, who was on a reform program, was on the Pure F, and so I convinced them to let me get onto it in hopes that I could see him.
Oh.
But it didn't work out because he was on the RPF, which is the thing I was talking about before, where you wear all black, you can't speak unless spoken to. So they actually did it overnight. So
what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
and they
so
did it at the Fort
wrong.
Harrison Hotel where we protest. And yeah, I didn't get to see him, but yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, 5 hours a day in a sauna, and it was just the first one. I was 9 with me and 2 older men, and then I started getting bloody noses at the end of it. And at some point, in order to finish anything, in order to complete the program in Scientology, you have to pretend like it's God's greatest gift and you loved it so much and it healed you. And that's how, like, so if me and Isabella say we don't like it, it's horrible, Scientology will pull out our success stories and be like, she said she loved it so much. This is in her own writing. And
it's
they
like
think
they're
that's
putting
going
a gun
to work.
up to your head. So write something positive.
Exactly. You have to in order to get out of it.
Yeah.
The good thing for me and probably you is that nobody's going to buy what a 9-year-old wrote at that time. So they can't even.
I've
use
seen
that.
people pass out and stuff in the Purif and like puke and all this crazy stuff. And like when I was doing research after I left Scientology, I didn't realize how like dangerous it is to do a Purif.
Yeah.
You don't think about it when you're doing it, you know?
So they do make you go to the doctor before you do it.
But it has to be a Scientology doctor.
Exactly. My doctor on my first one was Dr. David Minkoff, who, if you don't know, was involved in the death of Lisa McPherson and Whitney Mills. So that's literally who I saw. So it's just crazy. Oh, I think I had some comments here from that video, but
I can't. It's so small.
I know. Maybe they can see it though, but this person says no and has a spray bottle. And then they say, tell us more, like about the beings in the volcano 600,000 years ago. And then someone else says, volunteer, laughy face. I kind of think it's wonderful that people troll them in the comments. Like they can't get away from it. It makes me so happy. And it makes me feel like there's people who are listening and that they're on our side.
Oh,
like
for sure.
I just feel less gaslit by it.
Yeah. The comments never disappoint.
No, they're so funny too.
They are.
Okay, let's try the next one. Oh, sorry. I kind of here we go.
Is it lagging? Let's see.
No.
So I had this situation with my back that I couldn't stand up for almost 8 months. And I tried everything when it came to massages, pain medications, and anything I could think of to try and be able to actually stand up again. I read Dianetics, and with a few Dianetic sessions, I was able to handle what was going on, found out the incident that was stopping me from being able to actually move my body and fix it. And as a professional dancer and actor in the industry, I use my body a lot. So without this, I couldn't have.
Okay.
Well.
Isabella knows this guy.
Yeah. Actually, that's Noah Valinsky.
Okay.
He's like an Instagram influencer, and he used to be best friends with my uncles. And so he's literally known me since I was in diapers. But I always thought that he was a Scientologist just because he like hung around the family. But I just seen that video on TikTok and I was like, oh, interesting. And his wife was making like Dianetics videos. But again, I don't understand how these influencers have the courage to post Scientology propaganda, because it's obviously going to hurt their income unless they're just working with only other Scientologists, you know?
Yeah.
So, because he's in like the dance world and stuff like that. Like he's a professional dancer. He's actually not bad. But I just find it ironic that like they're
he just
having
doesn't
these
look like a dancer to
influencers.
me though. I would have, but it's fine. I believe it. Yeah, maybe it's great.
And it's funny though, because it's like they're picking like the most upset Scientologists, like the ones that have the most views in the Scientology world. They're like, can you do this video for us? And I just find it hilarious because it's so stupid.
Yeah, it is interesting that TikTok seems to be their new strategy.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's because we're doing a good job. Like we're putting it out there and they're like, uh-oh, we got to counteract this.
Yeah.
So
they probably think too, because I don't think actual like the OSA people and stuff that like probably control all of this, like David Miscavige, I don't think they have any clue on like how social media works. They're just like, we need to like counteract this black PR. Let's put out all these positive videos. And they're like trying to positive reinforcement. I'm like, that's not going to work in this like scenario. It just makes you guys look more dumb and you're being caught in like so many more lies. So
exactly. Yes. I actually feel really good about that point. Is like for every video they put out, I feel really empowered that I can make one saying what a lie it is and do so by naming names and relaying personal experiences that are indisputable. I can even show policies, like Scientology's policies in their own words.
Yeah, I like when you post the policies on your like TikTok page because you can pause it and you can read it.
Yes, and people do. Like people will stop it and screenshot it and they'll be like, whoa, it says this. That's absolutely insane. And even the Scientology language, they're like, oh my God, this language is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, Scientology is my first language and it's a completely different language. And I have to think everything I say and translate it even to this day, especially when I get together with
like
another
we're
ex-Scientologist.
saying, we're like
Yeah.
saying, oh, I'm out rudes earlier. I said that. I was
Yes.
like, it's funny because you can understand each other, but then you're like, oh wait, yeah.
Yeah.
I
we
mean, I
sound-
forgot a lot of like the language that they use because I've just like blocked it out like mentally.
Yeah.
But then
yeah.
like going to the protests and hearing everyone talk like and say Scientology terms, I'm like, whoa, I completely forgot like that existed.
Yeah, I think it's so funny when Never Ends at the protest, they use Scientology's language and they see the absurdity of it. Like, I remember when Jessica Palmadessa was like, I'm a squirrel, and she thought it was so funny. It was like, oh my God, we were so weird. We called people squirrel.
I know.
And it was totally normal.
Don't go squirreling, Jenna.
Exactly.
Oh, it's funny. There was something I was gonna say, but I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
You'll
It will
think
come
of it.
back to me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I always do.
I keep thinking about stuff and then forgetting.
Me
but
too. It's because
it's my
when
ADHD.
yes, we are together.
Like
we're gonna
thinking
be
of like a
around.
million things, like all
as
at
I'm
once.
talking, right?
Yeah.
And I think of things as you're talking. I'm trying to remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll play the next one, and then it will come back to us. What you were gonna say before?
Oh,
Hi, Kelly. Happy belated birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
I love Kelly so much.
She was so sweet.
Okay. Let's see.
Hello
Hi, Uncle Dave.
and welcome.
Thank you.
You've probably heard of Scientology.
I have, yes.
In fact, every 6 seconds, someone searches the question, what is Scientology?
That's right, Uncle Dave. And when they do that, they find me. They find me and Isabella and Aaron. That's the whole TikTok, but I just had to respond
It's
to
like
it
the
like
dead
that.
eyes, though. Even in that video, it's like the dead Scientology, like smile, like hi.
Totally, yeah. And they
Yeah.
take these facts, like somebody searches what is Scientology. That doesn't mean it's
That's
good.
not a positive thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That doesn't mean it's good, but that's the type of thing that they would tell us at Scientology events. Scientology has like 5 or so big events per year where everyone gets dressed up and they basically like read all these statistics and say how
They
they're
don't
getting-
exist too. It's like we got all these truth about drugs panlets and all these orphans' hands and
this guy
Yeah.
can see again thanks to Scientology. And it really sells you at the time.
yeah, and it's like a 3-hour long event.
Yeah.
Hearing this guy talk and like I
Yeah,
would fall
and-
asleep like every single time.
Yes, and 2.5 hours of it is spent in standing ovations, having to clap
Oh,
for hours
God.
on end.
Oh God.
Everything that said, you have to get up.
I
and
would just
clap.
sit, honestly.
Girl.
My mom would drag me to them,
Okay,
honestly.
yeah.
But even when I was on staff at Pasadena, like they would force us to go to the events, and I was just like, no.
Oh, totally. And
Yeah.
after they force everybody to buy whatever
Yeah,
they're releasing.
that's the whole point of the
Yeah.
event is to like hype the members up. So then afterwards,
They can sell you the new book.
They try to get you. They try to get you to sign a contract for staff or Sea Org, or they try to get you to buy books or courses or whatever, or
Right.
don't just a donation. They'll just ask for flat out like donations.
I mean, the script that we were given to ask people after events was literally cash or credit.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Dude, that was like so tone deaf. Like,
Yes.
I completely forgot that existed.
Yeah. And by the way, I think that script was written by my grandpa because he was like considered like a salesman in
What?
Scientology. And so we would like watch this video of him telling people how to sell because before Scientology, he was a salesman and he'd be like, look, just walk up to people and say cash or credit.
They're like, don't give them an option. I remember reading something about that.
Yes.
Like, you're not supposed to, as a salesperson, you don't give them an option of like 1 and 2. You just like take charge and you're like, no, this is what we're going to do.
Exactly.
To get the person to like, just do it.
And tone 40. So
Yeah.
that's like a way
Tone
of
40 intention.
talking to people in Scientology where you're basically like cash or credit. And you basically like say it with like such like no doubt in your mind whatsoever that they would dare non-comply and like with such force that you are like wiping their brain clean and all they can do is comply with what you say.
Yeah.
And if they don't buy it, then you are not tone 40 enough.
Yeah.
So it's like it's all back on you. It's not because their books are dumb. It's not because people have spent enough money. It's never anybody's fault besides yours if people don't buy it.
Yeah. And then they'll guilt trip you too.
Exactly. Yeah. You didn't get them to mortgage their house.
Yeah, and they won't let you leave the event either.
That's
Like you're
right.
stuck in there. Like they would like even for the bathroom, they're like, "Oh, where are you going?" I'm like, "I gotta go use the bathroom." Like I'll be right back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we would, by the time I was leaving Scientology, we would have to stay up all night at the Shrine Auditorium. It was when the Basics came out, which is where they re-released all of L. Ron Hubbard's books. And so we literally had to stay up all night and sell them until we met our quota. And if people went
Jeez.
home, they would get in big trouble, and they would usually walk home or take a cab. But I mean, I stayed. I didn't have any
Yeah.
money to get a cab or anything like that. But then they would be
They
brought
were
up
doing
and
that to the Sea Org members?
yeah, yeah. And then if anybody left, they would literally bring them up in front of the whole group and announce how disgusting and horrible and off purpose they were for leaving.
I could never. I would have. I don't know how you lasted so long. Like props to you, because I could not.
Well,
I
it's
could
only
not.
because
I'd
I
have
was
a
a
mental
little
breakdown.
weirdo because I was afraid of the outside world. You had like some
I had some
contact.
outside world at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah. So I would thought that the psychs were going to get me and drug me and lobotomize me if I left.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. So yeah. So anyways, I'm glad that Uncle Dave brought up that people search what is Scientology, but we all know that it's not for the reasons he wants to act like it is. Okay, all right, let's see what else we got.
Hey Kieran,
Yeah,
do you have a favorite L. Ron Hubbard quote?
I do. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna grab it. All right. On the day when we can fully trust each other, there will be peace on earth. It's my favorite.
Hey Carla, do you have a favorite L. Ron Hubbard quote?
Let me show you. This baby. What is true for you is what you've observed yourself, and when you lose that, you have lost everything. To do the last one too. Nothing in Scientology is true for you unless you've observed it, and it's true according to your observation. That is all.
And we're right.
Love it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Good point.
We're right. We observed it. It's true.
Exactly.
Our trauma is true.
That's where there's such like
It's
liars
contradiction.
and hypocrites. Totally.
Yeah.
And the amount of cognitive dissonance you have to hold in your mind in order to be a Scientologist
Yeah.
is insane. And whenever people quote that policy, it's called personal integrity, they say, what is true for you is what is true for you. And I'm like, you just said the same thing twice and you're trying to act like it's profound, and it's not. Don't try to trick me.
Dude. Yeah, the first guy in the clip, I was on staff. Well, actually, I went to Canyon View Academy, which was like a Scientology school, like a private Scientology school in California.
Oh, okay.
So I've known him since I was a kid, and then I was on staff with him at Pasadena, and I did a TikTok about this and sent Aaron the information. But
cool.
There was a whole scandal when I was on staff. The Kieran guy in that video slept with an underage girl at Pasadena Org. And
wow.
instead of him getting reprimanded and taken off his post because he was a supervisor and supervisors
or being reported to
yeah
the police.
Oh, that too,
Yeah,
obviously. He just got an ethics handling, and they treated the 16-year-old girl like garbage. Like they basically was like, oh, she's an ethics particle, like
that just means you're in deep shit, basically.
Yeah,
and
like
you have to do amends and you're ostracized.
And they
like
thought that she was like the perpetrator, and I'm like, it's ridiculous.
That's what they do in Scientology. Like if you're young and you're cute,
you pulled it in.
Yep. And guys are like into you. They say, "Oh, well, what are you?" It's like sort of like slut shaming, or saying if somebody gets raped, it's like, "Oh, well, what were you wearing? What did you do to make him want to do that?" It's actually really, really prevalent and really disgusting.
Yeah.
That happened to me when I was in the Sea Org in LA, and there was this older guy who I guess liked me. I thought that he was just my friend.
Same. There were so many of those.
Yeah,
like older guys being creepy.
Yeah. And I was just 16. Like I thought, I was like, yeah,
you
we're
just
just
thought we
friends.
were just friends, you know?
Yeah, totally. And then I got pulled in by it was the RTC rep, but it's the person who's like the most senior person on the entirety of the base. And she was like, you've been flirting with this guy and he's married. And I was like grossed out.
Yeah.
Like because it was like kind of scary because he was much older than me.
Yeah.
And I never once thought of it. So he must have confessed to something because he was married. And then it's like, oh yes, you as a young minor kid, you're in trouble for this and you need to confess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. That the same thing happened to me. a guy wrote a KR on me for 2D flowing him.
That's just a report. Like in Scientology, everybody writes reports on people.
Yeah.
And 2D flowing is basically their word for flirting. They have the dumbest words for things.
Yeah, they have their terminology for everything. But I was mortified because I was also, because I've been living on like by myself since I was 14. So I was always like renting rooms from like other Scientologists. So I was renting from this one guy named Robert, and it was this other guy that was also renting a room. So we were like roommates kind of. And he was like, I thought of him as like my dad because I think he had like an English accent, or because my dad's English. So and he kind of looked like my dad. So I just like I was like, oh, like he's like my bro, right? And then we became close, and same thing happened. He wrote a knowledge report on me, and I was like so grossed out. I was like, ew, like you really think that I would want anything to do with you? I was like so mortified.
Yeah. And in the background of this story that you're telling, which is the point that you're making is bad enough, but Isabella was a 14-year-old in California taken out of school.
That was in Tampa and then California. I was kind of back and forth, but yeah, I basically dropped out of school when I was 14.
When she was 14 years old, was taken out of school to work as a staff member, basically. And then you were in California they tried to recruit her into the Sea Org, and then she's sleeping on people's couches because she is not making enough money as a staff member. Yet her mom wants to disconnect from her.
Yeah.
Because she's not in Scientology anymore. I just think it's like these things that we say nonchalantly that are so normalized to us, and we're making
like we're
another
so
point.
numb to it, you know?
That it's like, you know, when people actually hear that backstory, like I just remember coming out and I would say things like that, like and they'd be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, that's crazy. And I was like, it is? And they're like, yes. That is the weirdest thing I've heard.
Because I thought I was so special being 14. I didn't have to go to school. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like an adult. Like I'm working a job.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saving the planet.
You're
like
a powerful being.
Yeah. Like you're not thinking about it that you're literally being trafficked and used. But like after the fact, you're just like, shit, dude. Like I wish I went to high school. Like I wish I went to prom. Like all these things that you don't get to experience, you know?
Totally. It's so true.
Yeah.
And I mean, we don't have to get into all of this if you don't want to, but Isabella was married at 16. I was married at 18 in the cold. And it's just like
Vegas, baby. No, no, we were basically like harassed to get married. And that was from Pasadena. Because my ex-husband's cousin, Atreyu Smith, he was an ethics officer, and he just had a vendetta against me. Like he hated my guts. Like it was a constant like fight or flight every single day because he was intense. Like he would get up and what are you doing? Like up in your face. Like
that type of behavior is like greatly like I'm trying to think of the word. Like it's like they want you to behave like that in Scientology. It's that same tone 40 and like dedication. It's like how Tom Cruise acts, how you could see that like it's psychotic glare in his eyes. Yeah. And how the Minnesota guy, like he's trying to be like cool and offhand, but you can tell that he's actually intense in that way. And how my uncle is. And so I
because I would get in trouble for like underage vaping, and I'm like, dude, I'm literally working for you illegally, so you can't pick and choose what's illegal and what's not illegal when I'm literally not going to school. Like, let me vape, okay? I'm a stressed out teenager working over 40 hours, okay? Let me have my nicotine.
One of the reasons I really like Isabella is because she's kind of a rebel when she is in there. I put up with a lot more than she did, and I like that about her.
Well, there were certain points, like as I got older, I became like more rebellious. Like when I was 14, like I did my thing. I listened to everything that they were saying. But then like once I started hitting like 15, 16, I was just like,
But that's what I found too, is that happens with age. It's like a biological thing. It doesn't happen with everybody, but as a child, you're sort of wired to please your parents and please whoever you rely on for survival.
Yeah.
And then that starts to sort of fade as you become a teenager.
Yeah.
And so you sort of start thinking your own thoughts at that point. And that's what happened with me. A lot of people ask why I left, and I'm like, okay, it was like this building thing, and it was kind of like becoming an adult.
Yeah.
You know?
And then I feel like I'm too much of like a realist. Like we kind of see through the veil of everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just like small incidences that like just like you said added up, and then you're just like, okay, none of this makes sense at this point.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you look on the internet, and then
I
the
didn't
rest
have
is
internet.
history.
My internet was in a locked room at the end of the hall, and you had
What?
to write, get approval from OSA to
Yeah.
get in there. And then they had all the Scientology software.
That's insane. No, the scary part too, when I was on the EPF, they didn't have any cell phones. Like, well, they take
Yeah.
away your cell phone.
Yeah, yeah.
But like even the
EPF
org
is like
phones,
the
you can't call
initiation
out.
ritual to join the Sea Org.
Yeah.
It's like this tough program where you have to do heavy labor.
Yeah,
and
like-
they take away your phone.
Yeah, so I would like kind of walk away like from the group sometimes, and I would go across the street to the sweet little old Mexican lady restaurant place, and I would be like, "Can I use your phone?" I'm pretty sure she probably thought like I was like some like runaway or something, like
Yeah,
using her
yeah.
phone, and I would like call back home, and I'm like, "I regret it. I don't want to be here anymore." And they're like,
Aw.
"Told you so. You got to go through it." So there was no out of it, you know.
Oh my God. I like that we both had phone incidents.
Wait, no, I'll say one more thing and then we can watch the next one.
No,
But
go ahead.
when I left the EPF, the security guards like went through my bags, like make sure I wasn't stealing anything. And I had a burner phone because my dad gave me one because I saw him for lunch. Like I got a CSW approved to see him for lunch, and they took the burner phone. They didn't put it back in my bag. So they
Before
probably
you left?
seen like all the outgoing calls that I had because it was like a minutes phone. And I was like, that's a little strange. Like they just took my minutes phone.
Totally.
Yeah. They probably thought I was like it's crazy to think how like paranoid they are because you're not thinking that when you're in it because you have good intentions.
Totally.
But like they're probably trying to see if I'm like, you know, some undercover or something.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Or if like when I left, it was actually Mike Rinder at the time. He went through all of my stuff. They wouldn't let us go back and get it. And then they packed it up in a U-Haul with an inventory of everything that was there. But they do that to make sure you don't take things with you. Like I had this little packet of Scientology policies that were like the Sea Org ones. They're called flag orders. And they took that out. And there's been so many times I was like, God, I wish I had that.
Yeah.
Just to show people. But yeah, they go through your stuff without your permission. And that's in addition to going through your mail, taking away your cell phones. It's literally insane. Okay, let's see.
Next video.
Okay.
And it was amazing because Scientology saved my life, and then I saw other people give it to other people, and it was this, you know, butterfly effect. They go back out into their community and expand their communities as well, which breathes more life into the area.
What I'm most passionate about is that there's always someone new to help. Just meeting someone and then the next day doing something for them. That's so really rewarding to have that ability to do that.
That was my auditor Chantel in the last clip.
Oh my God.
It's so weird to watch that video because like I worked with all of those people. It's
So
weird.
Isabella was that's for the Tampa org. So
Yeah.
she worked there.
Yeah.
And
And the first girl that was talking, she was my reg.
Okay. That's the person who gets your money for Scientology courses.
Yeah. And she was the one who did like the underage reg thing where I basically borrowed $30,000 from like another staff member before I even had credit. So
This is when you were 16, right? Or was it-
technically this was when I was like 17.
Okay.
And then they built my credit up right when I turned 18. So by
That's
the
right.
time I was 19, they maxed out like all my cards.
Yeah.
And then my credit was ruined because I couldn't pay it.
Yeah. So a 17-year-old, they make her go $30,000
For a clear package.
into debt. Yeah.
That didn't even get me clear too. That's like another thing that I stress. It's like they're selling clear packages for $30,000, but then I had to give them another $10,000 because it wasn't enough to get to clear. And I'm still not clear. But now I'm actually clear. I'm my real clear.
Free and
Come
clear.
join our clear club.
I was past life clear. I don't know if you know.
Oh,
Just
really?
joking.
Oh my God.
But clear, you guys probably know, but I just always say it in case anybody who's watching doesn't know. It's a certain level in Scientology,
Yeah.
which is like a higher level, and it's like a big achievement to get to clear. So if you're a staff member, you're not even supposed to have to pay for Scientology levels because you're working. You're supposed to get them for free. So not only did they make Isabella pay, even though she was a staff member,
Yeah.
but they applied for credit cards for her, and
Yeah.
they had her go $30,000 into debt and never even delivered those services to her.
Oh, well, I technically got the auditing, but I was just stuck. Like I didn't get to clear.
But you didn't get to clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like if you don't get to clear, they just basically make you buy more auditing hours. So $30,000 wasn't
And they did
enough.
something off policy too, because like there's technically a policy where you're not allowed to do your SRD, the survival rundown, in the HGC.
Okay.
And they were doing.
You got it. You keep throwing out these, these acronyms.
No, sorry. Like the second after the PURIF, there's the SRD, and it's like the longest one before you go clear. Like it takes almost like 2 years sometimes.
It's like a counseling program, and it's literally like
you have to audit each other.
How does it go? It's like
go touch that bottle.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Turn
what is
around.
It's like put your hands against mine.
Yes.
Follow them and contribute to their motion.
Yes. Oh God.
Yeah. So you do that. You sit in front of each other and do that.
I blocked it out. No.
Yeah.
That was.
And at first you start like put your hands against mine, approximately 1 inch away. Follow them. Follow them. You're not. What?
Oh, you finished this? No, I couldn't do it with it. They kept twinning me with all these like crazy people.
Yeah.
And like
you
one of
couldn't
my
get through it?
twins was like this French dude, and I was like,
This
15.
is when you're doing the counseling on each other. It's
Yeah.
actually when you learn how to do it, and then you do the counseling on each other. It's called a co-audit. And so
Yeah.
she would get like paired up with somebody. And basically kind of when you're doing a Scientology process, you're like, you kind of know what the end phenomena is supposed to be. And you're kind of, especially if you're doing the counseling on each other, you're like, God damn it, say the end phenomena before I kill you.
Oh,
like
for
you're
sure.
like and people are dragging it out and trying to be honest about it, you're like, you need to say this in order for us to get off this. So hurry up to get done with this. So hurry up and say it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get paired up with somebody who doesn't get the message, and it takes 100 years and you're being tortured.
Yeah.
By the way, you can do this counseling thing paired up with someone, or you can just pay to have somebody do that,
Like a
on
professional
you.
auditor.
Yes, do that on you.
But it's not supposed to happen technically.
Yes.
Because like L. Ron Hubbard wanted it to be like a twin thing.
Right. Yeah.
So.
But when you're training to be a professional auditor, you actually watch certain Scientology films that teach you how to do this. And in one of those films is Danny Masterson. He's literally, it's called The Use of a Doll in Auditing and TRs. And
I always hated those videos.
Yeah.
Like the old fashioned like Scientology videos.
I know. Yeah.
They're so stupid.
But he's in it. And I mean, I can just imagine they've already had to reshoot it, because imagine how bad that is if there's like a convicted rapist in your instructional videos.
Pretty much. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I feel like I cut
No,
you off.
I
and
can't
went on a
remember
tangent.
what.
I
I
know.
lost my train of
What were we even reacting to?
No. What were we? What was the last video that we reacted to?
Oh, it was the one in Tampa, and then the girl was your auditor.
Okay. Yeah. So
And so she never got to clear.
Yeah, I never got to clear, unfortunately. But now I'm OT 12. So
exactly. So the joke's on them.
Yeah. And it didn't cost me any more money too. So
that's
nice.
true. Yes, that's true. Okay, let's see what else we have. We just have a few more.
What is?
Oh wait, yeah, we had to like.
I didn't do the
replay this
sharing
one.
thing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we had to rewind this. This one's gonna be good.
Okay, good. I will. Okay. Here we go. Okay, this one.
Do that.
Own words.
Fundamental.
Sorry, you guys.
What is Scientology in your own words?
Fundamental answers, literally. Basic fundamental truths about life and living this. Simple things you can learn and use in your life right now to help you be you.
Why do you think the church supports drug-free world, all this education, educators? It's like, because there's a lot of funding. In fact, I fund some of it. Brad's fund some of it. You fund some of it.
Fund some of it.
We Scientologists and the church backs up this so much. Why do you think that is?
Well, what's the purpose of the church, right? To create a better society, to create a sane world. And what are the different areas of this world that are having a hard time? One of them is drugs. I think that they're supporting this because they want to actually create a better world in all areas of life. It's not about making Scientologists. It's about making a sane and better world that we can all live in harmony and not kill each other and not die from drugs, right? That's why I think the church works with many other churches. Not to convert them all to Scientology, but to help the community and make sure we're all aligned to make a better world.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Now, what's funny about that video is I literally immediately, when I saw Tampa Brad, I sent that to Aaron, and he was going to do a response in a whole video. And then obviously
He's
he
in
got
jail
left in the
now.
slammer. So he didn't get to respond to it. So we were going to do it for him. But
Yeah. And we had the Tampa Brad cup, but I
Oh,
even
wait.
watched it,
Yeah,
but I forgot to bring
okay,
it in.
okay, it's fine. I just feel like anyone's trying to start a podcast these days. Like they're trying to just do these Scientology podcasts and they're so cringe.
I know, and it's called Don't Do Nothing. Like that seems like a double negative.
It's like the worst
You could
name
just
you
say
could pick.
do something.
Just do it. That would have been
Yes,
better
although
than
that's
Nike
probably
slang.
taken.
Yeah, probably. It's not like they're gonna get copyrighted though. They
Yeah.
probably get like 200 views or something.
That's
max.
true.
But no, Tampa Brad, like Aaron did a whole video about him. He's like controversial in himself, and I'm just like, why are these random dudes just And the way they talk, like they just talk like a Scientologist. Like I don't know.
Totally.
It's just like that knowingness.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, it is nice to like have this certainty of knowing things. Unfortunately, they're all BS. But I could see like some people, living with uncertainty. It's nice to go somewhere where they literally think they know everything about everything, and it must be nice. But you guys probably know this, but if you don't, I mean, basically, Tampa Brad's wife had to create an OnlyFans account in order to pay for her Scientology auditing, and then he got in trouble.
Gotta
for
get
it,
those
right?
numbers up, Brad.
Exactly. The things
That's
that
so
people have to do to pay for Scientology, but then they get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
It's just like ridiculous.
I think that was the last one. Is there another one?
No, I think we might have one more.
Okay.
No, that
the
was it.
last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did it. That was 10.
Yay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, but we have some starred comments. We
Okay.
will go through as many as possible. Okay. And I will do my best to put them up here in a good way. Okay. Oh, does it? Oh, good. Okay, George is going to put them up there for us. Thank you, George.
Okay.
Okay. Sharona Sarwin, is it bad that I want to slap my screen right now? No, it's good. I appreciate you doing that on our behalf.
Us too.
Exactly. Julia O'Connell, no, thank you. Scientology doesn't care about children. They don't believe in children. That's right. That's
True.
right. Children are just adults in small bodies. I feel so proud that people in the chat know this stuff. Like that, I feel it's so awesome that they're like paying attention to everything we say and that we've told them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Arkansas Flamingo, Janet, my friend. This makes me tear up so much hearing about Colin. Yeah. It's so sad. For sure. Jojo Point, Colin's Aaron's brother.
Oh.
How long did Isabella stay in just to stay connected to her family?
I would say probably like 2 years.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I think they disconnected like 2 years ago. So yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we talk about, that I like to talk about, is that, when you leave Scientology, it's not just this wonderful piece of cake after that, because in order to leave, sort of one of your greatest fears gets realized, which is that everyone who you know and love, or most of them, disconnect from you. So it's actually a really brave choice to leave. And
Yeah.
it kind of shows that you're willing to sort of stand up for what's right and for yourself.
Mhm.
And I see a lot of that in you. And so I feel really, I also like, because I was younger when I left and I spoke out about it. And so like when I see you doing that, I'm like, wow, that's so cool. I'm so proud of her.
Thank you, Jenna. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of Scientologists under the radar. Like they just don't really speak out because of that.
Yeah. And some of them are very helpful and give us good information. So thank you for that. Okay. Old Frizzle. Jojo Point, I need your reaction to the Big Brother Wally on the first TikTok they showed. Oh my God. That guy's so silly. Free Aaron. Yes. Free Aaron. Oh, thank you for the membership. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Sandy Marie. Thank you. CO Bill. Hi. Minkoff moved a bunch of his assets into a Wyoming asset protection shell after Mill's death. Oh, okay.
Not surprised.
When we were going through looking for TikToks, I also saw a bunch from Rebecca Minkoff, his daughter,
Oh God.
who's like this designer. And I'm like talking about how, poor her, people ask her about Scientology. It's so hard when people are like against your religion and your beliefs. And
So hard being a millionaire,
Exactly.
So hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Arkansas Flamingo, does Scientology make the TikTokers pay any income back to them? Well, the accounts are owned by Scientology for sure. So the money, any TikTok
I don't really
revenue
think
they
they're
make,
making money though either. They're probably promoting. Like if they have views on something, they're probably paying for promotion for it.
yeah, in order to get paid on TikTok, you have to have
like
a certain
minimum
number of
10,000
views.
or something.
It's I think it's 10,000
followers.
subs, and you have to have like maybe 100,000
something high. They
views.
don't have
Yeah.
those types of views though.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being
Aw.
a member for 1 month. Oh, thank you.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that. Are we going to meet that person? Okay, hopefully. I can't
at
wait
the
to meet you
protest.
all. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you too.
Come to the protest.
Yes. Rooting for you, Jenna and Aaron. We will be successful. I agree. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for your super chat. I really appreciate it. Kelly Copter. I have not even seen Scientology talk. This is wild. Kelly has not?
What?
Wow.
That's
oh my
crazy.
God. Kelly, you have to do some reaction
Yeah.
videos too. That would be so funny. I love Kelly's British humor as
Yeah.
well. I love British humor.
Same.
By the way, I love that like all of these things in Scientology are horrific, but like we've just experienced them and we're like laughing inappropriately, hysterically at them. And everybody else is probably traumatized.
Oh, for sure.
CO Bilf again. This guy claims he got into Scientology at 19, has been a Scientology volunteer for 20 years, and he looks 12. I know.
That's what we were saying.
Yes.
He looks way too young.
We only watched the beginning of it and we were trying not to react to it. Like we're trying to save our reactions, but we were both like, what? 20 years when you were a baby? And then he's like,
Yeah.
plot twist. Oh, CO Bill, Scientology celebrity actors keep their eyes wide shut. That's right. That's a Tom Cruise movie name.
I have seen that movie. So
I
I guess
haven't.
I guess I've seen 2 Tom Cruise movies then. That was actually a good movie.
George Massey. Hey there, fellow cool kids. It's that TikTok life Scientology style. That's right.
Let's go.
Okay, Jojo Point. I hope Jenna threw the chicken from the fridge away. I haven't yet because I have to open the chicken and like smell it in order. Like it's in it's like shrink wrap, and I'm afraid to do that so far. Seal Bill, reincarnation is incompatible with any kind of mainstream Christianity.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that is a really good point. Yeah, I guess it's in like Hindu. Okay, sorry, I missed that one. Okay, Dion. I'm not going to try to say the name, but hi, I'm so happy everyone's coming together. I am so happy too. This whole community has been so amazing in supporting Aaron through this. Even Isabella being here, she's here to support me and Aaron through this. It means so much. The amount of support I see in the chats, everyone who's donated to his legal fund, all of the people, all the mods put together a legal fund for Aaron, and it's basically enabled us to get him additional counsel that I believe will make all the difference in the world. George, Marilyn, Natalie, Jen Kessler, so many people have just been like working their butts off to help out, and honestly means so much. Thank you. George Massey again. He's an annoying British carrot top. He's not the only one. George the Brit, yes.
That's funny.
Oh, is that all? Oh, okay. Oh, I love myself. Who do you love? OMG, so annoying. Yes, is that what George the Ginger said? That's what his name is, George the Ginger. I'm proud that I just made that up. I'm not
George the Ginger?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, because I feel like Jess in the streets, they make up hilarious names for people. Like at the testing center, they have like Toucan and like they
Really?
yeah.
I didn't even
And
know
I'm
that.
not cool.
Oh, Twila? Is that her
yeah,
name?
I think that's
Twila?
her real
Oh, that's
name.
her real
I'm pretty
name?
sure it's Twyla though, but it's fine.
Oh.
But or there's like Joey Meatballs. Other people make up cool names, and I'm not usually that funny.
Yeah.
But I think George the Ginger.
I think that's
I feel like-
a thing though. It says he reminds me of a British Carrot Top. Weirds me out. What's a British
yeah.
Carrot Top?
Oh well, Carrot Top is like, I think he's like he's a dude in Vegas who has a show, and he has like bright red curly hair. I don't really know what type of show he has.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know if he's like a comedian or something. CO Bill, I would love to see a controversial Scientologist on 90 Day Fiance. My secret guilty pleasure.
That'd
I
be
know.
so good.
It would be so funny. I mean, honestly, I want to watch this Big Brother show now and see. This
Well,
would
they're
be-
not airing it. They're not airing what he said.
I
So
know,
they're
yeah.
probably cutting out a lot of like the content. That
But
they
just
got.
seeing
But
him
yeah,
on
just
there,
seeing
yeah,
it.
and
Yeah,
seeing
that'd be
how
really
what
dumb.
a weirdo he is on it would
For
be
sure.
fun. Okay, when Kirstie Alley was on CBB, I don't know what that is. Well, Celebrity Big Brother, and another housemate innocently asked what Scientology was about. She told him to go and read a book. He seemed really hurt.
That's so sad. That's like the
What a
type of
bitch.
response she would say, probably.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah, totally. Okay, Julia O'Connell, I'm so sorry for the abuses you two have suffered through. Thank you.
At least we have all of us.
Yes, we have all of us.
Yeah.
We have you guys, and we have each other. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Julia O'Connell. I'm okay. It said the same thing. Yeah, thank you. Are there any Scientology videos they did on YouTube that you have? No, they're not targeting individual. Oh, you mean like on the smear pages? Do you have a smear website about you?
No.
Okay, yeah. They don't really have one on me either. I guess it sounds kind of bad if I say that, but I think there's like in my case, I think it would look really bad for them to have a website on me because I'm the leader of the niece.
Yeah.
And like Isabella's like a young mom who they basically like stole $30,000 from. Sorry.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like it would look really bad, but I don't mean that it doesn't look bad that they do it to other people.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say, I meant to mention this earlier too. Like everyone, like the younger Scientologists, at least like in my age range, no one even like knew who you were. Like I didn't even know who you were till I left Scientology. So like they erased like people out of history.
Totally.
And even like there was like other things in Scientology that like I had no idea about. And like you get in trouble for asking questions. Like I know my friend Trinity, she asked a question of like, something, I forgot what it was. I think it was like that L. Ron Hubbard had multiple wives or something, or some type of question like that. One of the older Scientologists was like, don't ask that question. Like it was like kind of creepy. So she got in trouble for asking questions.
Yes.
Because then they're like, where have you heard that information? Because we're not feeding you that information. So that means you're looking online at stuff you shouldn't be looking at.
Right. And Scientologists have software installed on their computers that block anti-Scientology sites. And so it means probably that you used someone else's phone or you went somewhere else to look for this, which, you know, they would consider to be super shady. John Shastowski. John is my awesome friend. Don't open the chicken, just get rid of it. Okay, I know. I've thought about that, but then I'm like, if I throw it in the trash, then it's just going to be in the trash and then I'm going to leave. And then I'm like, if I put it in the outside trash, then it has to be brought to the, I don't know, for the pickup. Anyways, I'll figure it out. But thank you, John. Okay, that's it. We're all done. We answered all of your questions. Thank you so much, Isabella, for being here. I really appreciate you. And thank you, all of you guys, for listening to us and for watching. And I appreciate you guys so much. And I will see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye.